This movie review is brought to you by the fact that after a horror franchise goes on for long enough, you notice that it will stop putting numbers at the end of its title, and instead it'll add like subtitles. So instead of Insidious Chapter 4, it's Insidious The Last Key.
To end this evil, I need to go deeper into the further. I don't have memories from this place. I have scars.
Insidious The Last Key is directed by Adam Robertson, and it stars Lynn Shay, Angus Sampson, and Lee Whannell. So Insidious The Last Key is the fourth installment in the Insidious franchise. Chronologically, it's second, it's the sequel to Chapter 3, but the prequel to the original. And Lynn Shay plays, Elise Rayner, and she gets a phone call from a guy saying, "Can you help me? Because, I have a haunted house situation." And it turns out that haunted house is Elise's childhood home. So Elise goes with Specs and Tucker, the ghost busting guys. They go and they go to the house and they try to get rid of the demon that haunts the house. So for the first half of the movie, or more so the first hour and a bit, it's a haunted house movie. And in some elements that works well, and in other elements it really doesn't. What works well is that it has the signature, it has a good use of tension. Insidious The Last Key builds tension very nicely, and whilst you understand this is the style that all the Insidious movies have been in, it still builds tension really well. The problem with that is how they deflate the tension with the use of a jump scare. And I wouldn't say that often that the jump scare actually is something scary. Half the time it's people running off across the room randomly, and the other half it's just loud noises. Especially there was this one scene in the setup of the movie where they just cut to something and it makes an incredibly loud sound as if it's the jump scare, but it just deflates the tension and makes you go, oh, well, that happened. There is one good horror scene though that involves suitcases, and I reckon that was well done. The acting from the main three, of course, they're playing their characters for the fourth time, so they're sort of just starting to slip back into the routine of doing these things. Like Lynn Shay's just playing the same character, and Sampson and Lee Whannell, they're playing the same character. They're just sort of starting to slip into the routine, and their performances are they're good, but they're okay. It's nothing we haven't seen before. There doesn't really seem to be an evolution to the character, because of course it's a prequel. However, the supporting cast around them doesn't really give that good performances. Especially there's this one guy, the guy that actually lives in the house that they're investigating. He doesn't give a good performance. There are two young girls in the movie, they don't give good performances. Honestly, those characters feel really shoehorned in, just to add some sort of sex appeal to a January level horror movie, as well as a love story, like a love subplot, which really feels more shoehorned. And I'd say probably the biggest problem of Insidious The Last Key is that there's just a subplot that's just left hanging. This is a subplot that sort of leads into something that is of relative high importance, but it's never played up on. It's the police angle of the whole a haunted house situation. The movie overall is really loud with its jump scares, constantly deflating tension, so it doesn't come across as scary or compelling, and it is easily the worst movie in the Insidious franchise. But it's still good enough. It's still good enough for me to call it not bad. But I will say that Insidious The Last Key, don't want to touch it with a long pole. Have you seen Insidious The Last Key? What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Dislike the video, subscribe so you can unsubscribe, and leave a nice tasty hate comment in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. Click that subscribe button over there for more good content, or click one of these two videos down below, which is probably one of my most recent ones, probably. I mean, just click either one of them. Either one's really good enough.